Hare Krishna, Prabhu's Madhis. Thank you very much for coming today. Welcome to old friends and new friends. And thank you very much to Janardhan Prabhu for the nice bhajan. He's back from Norway. And now the next point is the class, Bhagavad Gita. And it is His Grace, Manidhara Prabhu, who's back from Croatia. And he's a direct disciple of our founder Acharya, Srila Prabhupada, who's sitting over here. So please take advantage of it, ask many questions. He has a lot of knowledge and he's been in the movement for more than 40 years. Hare Krishna, Hare Bol.
here once upon a time, or we have some very new guests? Somebody's first time here? I don't think so. Yeah. So that's very nice. Just a warning for those who would be here first time. Srila Prabhupada said, whoever comes to the temple will guarantee come again. But he didn't say when. As we know from our philosophy, it may be taking few lifetimes, but he will come again. So this is the nature of Krishna consciousness. So today I would like to speak about, of course, something from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, but something very basic, something Srila Prabhupada addressed right away in the early days of this movement, when the first devotees appeared on the street. And then we can imagine this is something Western people never saw before. There was some idea about yoga, of course. There was some idea even about bhakti yoga. But nobody knew really how this is practiced and how this can look like. So it was Srila Prabhupada who came in the midst of the confusion of the 60s. You can see even a recorded film footage from those days. Just an unlimited amount of confused hippies the American society produced due to the pressure of the Vietnam War and everything came together. The 60s, whoever experienced these days, even in Denmark I met people who go, the 60s. Like suddenly everything was possible, everything was, nothing was impossible, including going entirely crazy. So Prabhupada immediately registered as his first disciples appeared on the street, Western people, dressed in this outfit. Immediately, of course, it didn't took long, the first American citizen passing by commented, "This is crazy." So Prabhupada registered that, and one of the first lectures, or recorded lectures I heard, and it was published actually as a little book. That was the first thing I read, was entitled, "Who is Crazy?" So that question, of course, is always relevant because there's probably nobody around who voluntarily will say, "Yes, I want to be crazy." Sometimes people say it, but they don't really mean it. So there is a standard of sanity established in a society, something called normal. Well, in the presence of Srila Prabhupada, this was put immediately in question. What is normal and what is crazy? That is very subjective. We know from the history of mankind that societies evolve through different stages, and as certain gentleman called Goebbels, Hitler's propaganda minister, he said, truth and reality is only defined according to the particular idea and understanding of that particular society. That means according to the time and according to the place we are living in. And that we can also see when we travel around. Those who travel more, they can see it more. Those who are domestic, they see it less. That's called mediocrity. They always think that their domestic environment, this is normal. And out there are these kind of funny, crazy people. But actually, in another location, something else is considered crazy and something else considered normal. Like when you go to India, suddenly the whole value system is changing completely. You see people like walking around with a completely bright red mouth, which would be considered in West like a disease. Oh, he's bleeding from the mouth. No, they just chew hard. They go. They spit it everywhere you go, so it looks like the whole country has open tuberculosis. Well, that's called normal in India. Here it would be considered like, let's call the ambulance. Somebody somebody's dying here on the street. So you can see how limited that understanding of normal and crazy can be. So Srila Prabhupada addressed this issue very vividly and very clearly right away in the beginning. Who is crazy? And that of course, provokes another question. What is the standard of being normal? What is the standard of being crazy? There must be some kind of orientation point. It's not like today they say, well, whatever you define normal, it's normal. Whatever you define crazy, it's crazy, up to you. We are living in a free society. Yeah, well, it's obviously not so free. There are ideas and restrictions, what is tolerable and what not. And they are all derived from our bodily understanding of life. According to my body, this is normal and this is crazy. This is good, this is bad. This is appreciated, this is not. So for anybody in a bodily consciousness of life, thinking I'm this body, automatically is racist, because he will discriminate. Sometimes people openly admit that, sometimes they don't, but they still discriminate. Believe me, even in Denmark, they do discriminate. They have an idea about these funny people who, okay, let's come here, but you will do this kind of job, and then this kind of, I will live in this area with these people, I like these people so much. Of course, there are people who are more open, but the general understanding is still there is a feeling of uneasiness. And that uneasiness is provoked simply by bodily consciousness, because it doesn't matter if you are black, green, white, Danish, American, Russian or German, you still don't know who you are. And that Srila Prabhupada addressed globally, internationally, for everybody. The simple question, who is you? And if you don't know who you are, then Prabhupada said, then you are crazy. Well, it's common sense. Somebody walking the street, he doesn't know who he is, he doesn't know where he came from, and he doesn't know where he is supposed to go to. They'll be probably, and most of the people will agree, this is a crazy person. But they don't know that from a spiritual point of view, everybody is like that. Therefore Srila Prabhupada said openly, it's not difficult to find a crazy man. You look right, there's one standing there. And you look left, there's another one. Now this is not arrogant. This is a scientific observation. How do you prove a crazy man? Well, we just said that. He doesn't know who he is, he doesn't know where he came from, he doesn't know where he goes to. He's lost. And on top of that, he thinks he's completely normal. That's called mad. In other words, he considers himself of being an identity which he doesn't even understand himself. Actually, it's changing all the time. That's a madman. It's called multiple identity disease. Such disease is registered, and there are hospitals for that. But people have a different identities while they're residing in this lifetime in one body. And they come forward. I saw a recording of this, it's scary. Even the voice is changing. The pattern of behavior is changing. It's the same person, but it's not the same person. But they of course don't know that, we know from the scriptures that such a person is actually manipulated by subtle beings who take dominance individually in different moments. It's called ghostly haunted. And they just manipulate the body around. Even the voice is changing. That's extreme. But essentially spoken from spiritual point of view, we are all manipulated by something. Pushed by material energy, causing us to act in a way we sometimes don't understand even ourselves why we are doing this. That's called haunted. That's called actually manipulated. Material nature goes, and now everybody goes to sleep. And we go, I don't want to go to sleep. No, you are tired. Close the eyes, lay down, and feel completely unconscious. This is actually the most embarrassing position. As we are all sitting here listening, a few hours later, we are in a completely deranged, unconscious state, snoring somewhere in a corner. Well, you don't publish such an identity, neither you have a picture in a passport, this is me snoring. It kind of, people don't talk about this much, but such an identity we also have. It's also there, derived from the body. So the real question we arrive at in Krishna consciousness is, who are we really? Who is that person who actually observes the other identities and designations passing by? Actually, they do pass by. From birth to death, we experience so many situations. We change so many passports even. I can produce you here on the spot 3 passports easily. Who is me? None of this, just the paperwork. When I die, they can burn the whole paper and there's nothing left. So I can change a passport, I can change a nationality. You know, personally right now I have 3 nationalities. I couldn't care less. So what? They will say, no, you belong to this state, to this group. You belong to this religion. You belong to this color of the skin. You belong to this type of body. No, we don't. That's the beautiful thing in Krishna consciousness, and arriving at that understanding and cultivating that understanding, we become more sane. That means we really understand who we really are. Once we have that feeling established, then it's a very nice feeling because it's not changing. That's really me. The rest, it's like a dress. It's changing. We are in so many different shapes, in so many dresses, we can change all the time. And we have different phases of lives we also pass through. But I can remember. I can remember personally. I can remember even the color of my first shoes when I start to walk. Somehow I can remember, I don't know why. Well, now I can put these shoes on and they don't really fit. That body is gone. Finished. It's gone. It's really gone. There's not anymore here. Now I have a shoe size 45. Before I had a shoe size I couldn't even measure it. So what happened? I changed the body. But I can remember. That means I am not this body. Like example, I can remember at night I have dreaming this. Oh, this was a horrible dream. Sometimes, I don't know if it happened to you, I think it happens to everybody. The dream is so bizarre and so terrible. You experience a dream that you say in the dream, you think, this is disgusting. I want to wake up. And then you wake up. That means actually that you are not part of the dream, you are just watching it. But while absorbed in the dream, you think, oh, this is real, the tiger is coming. Oh, this is incredible, this is either, there are very few pleasant dreams. Most dreams are quite horrifying. So, then you wake up, you are not the dream. Our daily existence in this body is exactly the same. We are horrified or pleased and we are full of expectations and this and that. But this is all just a dream. Prabhupada calls it daydream. And at night we go to sleep, that's the night dream. So where are we actually waking up? Because I can perceive both dreams. I know, I can remember. But who is me? This is where Krishna consciousness starts. And that's where craziness ends. Because identifying oneself with the dream means one is crazy. Now I could just read from Bhagavad Gita how one goes crazy. This is all scientifically described. If somebody wants to go crazy, please follow this line. And you can be crazy very quickly. Very quickly. You can be totally insane. Krishna describes how you can be insane. So, the first start is that you contemplate the object of the senses. Well, you can start with anything you basically like to contemplate, something we like. I don't want to go to the extreme. The ideal situation is a man contemplating a woman, woman contemplating a man. That's a sense object which is all inclusive. There is form, there is sound, there is even a smell, there is everything included. It's nice. It's like all, therefore we immediately watch, it's moving, it's shining, it's... So what is the next stage? A person develops attachment for such an object. I want to have it. I want to, this is going to be now mine. I want to have it. And from such attachment, lust develops. Lust is not something which just we perceive as a gross sex life. No, lust can be of such a form that we don't even know when it started and how it started. We just have the desire. Lust means actually the desire is raising in the heart. No, I saw it. Now I'm getting attached to it, and now I want to have it. But I cannot have it. Especially like the example of a male and female, it's wonderfully arranged. The females always act like, what is this? What do you want? They always treat you in the first phase as an abuser. So of course the male element gets more agitated. No, but I want it. I want it. Then something arises in the heart, it's anger. I cannot have it. That anger, you know what anger can do? From anger, complete delusion arises. That means you forget who you are, you forget where you are, you forget what are you doing, you forget the people around, you forget surroundings. I want to have it now, here, now. That's a high developed stage of insanity already. And from delusion, bewilderment of memory. That means we don't know anymore. We cannot remember who we really are. We are completely possessed and obsessed by the idea, I want to have it now. When memory is bewildered, intelligence is lost. Intelligence is meant to discriminate. What is good, what is bad, what I should do, what I should not do. It's like a judge, he's discriminating. He is faulty, he is right, he is wrong. This should be done, this should be arranged. And when intelligence is lost, one falls down again into the material pool. Pool means, material pool is something very, well, in Danish words, it's porridge. It's something which is like mushed, like all together, and then there's all kinds of things swimming inside. It's like a soup, like this pool. In other words, you become amalgamated with this whole material arrangements, helplessly swimming around, like falling into an ocean. Once you are in the pool, big pool, ocean is a big pool, then you are in a helpless position, simply waiting what's coming next. It could be a big wave, could be a shark underneath, could be a storm, it's endless. You are helpless, completely at the mercy of the ocean. And the ocean will toss you here, this way, and that way, and slap you and drown you, and lift you up and smash you down again. This is our life in the material world. People swim in the ocean like, oh, that's my choice. I'm in control. No, just wait for the next wave. Just wait for the next shark coming, biting off your leg. And the mechanism called false ego is so strong that even being in such a helpless position, one still claims independency and dominance. No, actually I created this ocean. This ocean is just a part of my arrangement. No, this is actually, and that's where the lunacy really arrives. So who is crazy is a very relevant question. Because when you are crazy, you cannot practice Krishna consciousness. This is a movement to sober up, which is a painful concept, painful thing. It's like you wake up after drinking whole night. It's not a pleasant morning. But on the other side, the process is actually extremely simple and pleasant. Previously, people had to practice thousands of years of yoga, very austere practices, to abstain from that concept of bodily consciousness, to control the sound, control the senses, to reverse the whole process. This was the process how to get crazy. There's an exact description how to reverse the whole thing, to become normal again, which is, of course, much more painful. To become crazy is easy in this world. You just let it go. There's no need to practice how to become crazy, it just comes on its own. You just watch, get attached, follow the lust, become gradually insane. You don't have to do anything much. You're part of it. Everybody's doing it. But to say no. I'm not going to follow this call. I'm not going to be seduced like that. No. Where are my senses? Oh, where are the eyes? Oh, they are looking. On what? This is ridiculous. Therefore, Prabhupada said actually this Krishna consciousness movement is only for people with little brain. Manishina means, actually the word means thoughtful. People who have doubt. There's something wrong with this. to follow the others. You know, always, the call is always, join us, follow. Everybody is doing it. Work hard the whole week, and then weekend, you go crazy. And work hard again the whole week, and then, I was many years in Germany, they are experts in this. Work, work. Why should I work? You must eat. Why should I eat? So you can work. And why should I work? Because you must eat. And why should I eat? Because you must work. And why should I work? You must eat. When you listen to this for a while, a doubt may arise. It's kind of simply stupid. I don't want to follow this. No, 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 come on, come on. Line up every morning, that's called traffic jam, and go. And work, 9 o'clock, and start. You know, maybe 1 o'clock, you can eat your bread, and then 1:30, and then work again, and then 4 o'clock, finished, and then go quickly shopping something, because you have to eat. And why you have to eat? Because you have to work. And why you have to work? Because you have to eat. Yeah, but what about if I die? Everybody is dying. It's no problem. Are you bothered with that? Work! Why? Well, then you have no pension. What about if I die before I get the pension? I mean, it could be very likely when I work like this. You know? Well, things happen, you know. Work! Eat! Work! It's like a dictatorship, you know. It's like somebody arranged for this and nobody asked where it all started. And the speed is rising faster and faster. Previously people woke up in the morning, you know. It was hard work, but they woke up in the early morning and they went to do what? To milk the cow. You know, and the cow was going, and then they made the bucket full, and then they proceeded. It was a hard work, but especially when you work with cows, you cannot be too pushy because they kick you. You know, you cannot go, quick, quick, milk, milk, milk. You know, and the cow will go, oh, he went crazy. Bang! You know, she will dictate a certain speed of action. I'm not a professional, but I watched this many times. When you work with cows, you automatically get it. You cannot also say, and now my cow, it's only 2 minutes left, we have to go to the pasture. Quick! The cow will go, moo. And it walks. You never saw cows much running. They just walk. Well, you have to adjust yourself to the speed, you know. You cannot just kick the cow, go faster, faster, oh, it's 8 o'clock. The cow doesn't have a watch. It will get there, don't worry, it will get there. And then and that dictates a certain speed, okay? And the whole day is like this, even in the same ritual. Again, the cow comes home, and you cannot say, eat faster, I have no time, I have to watch TV. The cow doesn't care for your TV.